Starquan Washington's loved ones, who claim the 23-year-old's own best friend murdered him last week in cold blood. Horry County Police arrested 24-year-old Kvon Lawhorn hours after the incident, claiming he gunned Washington down outside of Barfield's Bar and Grill right off of Highway 17. Washington's loved ones laid him to rest today in a ceremony that included an honor walk, where they marched across his hometown of Longs, urging other people to put their guns down.
How many deaths do we have to have for you guys to realize what is going on in Horry County?
In the meantime, Washington's relatives aren't just remembering him as an outstanding friend and father, but someone you could always turn to in crisis of your own.
His heart was so big in the last days, his last words.
I always kept a smile on his face.
In Longs, Ali Espinosa, WMBF News.
This is the murder of Starquan Washington. Starquan Washington was born July 28, 2000 to Jamela Chantel Washington in South Carolina. Jamela was a very young lady when she had Starquan, but she did her best to provide for him and give him all that she could. But as long as her son was happy, she did not mind making the sacrifice so that he could have a better life. Starquan was described as having a forgiving heart. He always had a smile on his face and was willing to help out others as much as he could. A friend of the family stated that Starquan was a kind, respectful, and generous with the biggest smile and the biggest heart. Another person said the late young man was one of the most amazing, hilarious, kind-hearted, caring, selfless, and compassionate person they ever met. Truly was the most cheerful guy I've ever known. Another additional pended. Unfortunately, on October 19, 2023, Starquan Washington lost his life on the early morning of October 18 outside Barfield Bar and Grill on the outskirts of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Shots were fired that injured 3 people. Starquan Washington is the only one that passed away from his injuries. The 2 others had non-life-threatening injuries and was expected to be okay. Immediately after Starquan was pronounced dead, many came forward and quickly identified the shooter. Kvon Lawhorn, 24, was arrested for the murder of Starquan Washington and the attempted murder of 2 others. In a twist in the story, Kvon Lawhorn was also Starquan's best friend, and the 2 had grown up together. Indeed, it was sad for both families to know that the 2 men had come down to such horrific and horrible moment. It is still not clear why Kvon Lawhorn fired shot at his best friend. Nothing is known about if the 2 men had some great disagreement and could not come to terms with what they had going on. At Starquan homegoing services, his mother Jamela Washington was full of grief and anger, and she let it be known in a moment taken at her son's funeral. In a clip she shared on TikTok October 28, 2023, Jamela Chantel Washington called out her child's stepfather and his family after the group left the 23-year-old Starquan Washington funeral. Jamela bluntly stated that the other family present in the funeral home was unnecessary because the man wasn't Starquan's biological father. Moreover, she firmly noted that she seemingly unsupportive stepfather wouldn't get anything in the aftermath of of her son's tragic passing. It's unclear exactly what she was referring to and whether it was some type of post-mortem financial compensation. Speaking about the man who exited the funeral home, the bereaved mother said, "So I'm glad that you left. I don't know what you came for. I don't know why y'all let him in here." Elsewhere in the clip, Jamela emphasized how much she'll miss Starquan and how she was the only one there for him during his short time on Earth. Despite her heartbrokenness, she also took time to thank the person who purchased her son's casket. Additionally, Jamela told those remaining in the church that there was a horse and carriage hearse walk following the service. In her grievance, Jamela went on to say that her son's stepfather family was not there for her when she was 16 years old and didn't have them when Starquan was 23 years old. They never showed up with gifts or anything. They never offered to help or care, irregardless of how long the pair had been together. Jamela went on to state clearly and freely how much she loved her son and how that's the most important thing she wants everyone to take away with them from that day, that she truly loved and cared for her boy. Kvon Lawhorn was reportedly sent to J. Reuben Long Detention Center after his arrest. It is believed that Kvon had been drinking the night of the shooting, and it's unclear if that played a factor in Starquan being killed. The suspect criminal records include a November 2018 arrest after an armed robbery. Irregardless of what caused the shooting of Starquan, I hope that he get the justice that he deserves. And let us continue to pray for his mother, Kvon Washington, as she goes through her grievance. May Starquan rest in peace. Until next time on the Meaningful Talk Crime Doc, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys later in the comment section.